What's up, YouTube? It's AVRLR32 here, bringing you guys a quick little video. I am discussing, well, really what this is that this is a video of my response to your response, saying how, if you guys noticed in my last video, I was talking about the top decks of the format once Elemental Dragons came out, and on the comments of that video, most of you guys were saying, "Oh man, GKs are so good now. Oh my God, GKs have such a good matchup against E-Dragons. Oh my God, GKs are gonna shit all over prophecies. Oh my God, like, blah." Like there was so much GK talk in the comments, and I just thought to myself, reading the comments, I didn't respond to any of them, but I was reading the comments, and I'm just like, what the hell are people smoking? Like, honestly, like GKs. Think about this. This deck won one YCS back in 2010, if I'm correct. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but I know for a fact it won one YCS back when Duality was only secret rare, and it was an ass ton of money. And back when World Tribute was at 3. Back then, the deck was good. Also, as a side note, ignore the deck list. I found this deck list from another person on YouTube. And at the time of me making this video, their deck profile was 3 months old. So ignore the build, but the general idea of what I'm going to be talking about is Necro Valley, Royal Tribute, and I included an extra deck because from the video that I saw, these are some possible extra deck choices that you could use, and this is more than likely what a standard build is going to look like. GK engine, anyways, besides the Tsukiyomi and all that. Anyways, that's beside the point. But I did my research, and you know, even just from basic common sense knowledge from even before looking into Gravekeepers and how the hell they possibly have any kind of good matchup at all against E-Dragons, Prophecies, hell, even Evil Swarm, is just, it blew my mind. You know, looking at the deck, you guys have 2 Royal Tributes and 3 Necro Valleys. Necro Valley itself shuts down the entire graveyard, so it's a spell version of End of Anubis, and the Gravekeeper deck itself, it makes all your Gravekeepers bigger, which is completely irrelevant. Like, what, your Spy becomes 17, your Assailant becomes 2,000, your Recruiter becomes 17, your Descendant becomes 2,000, your Commandant becomes 21. Okay, that's all cute. Most of my E-Dragons are 2,800. Like, all the high-level 7s are all 2,800. On top of that, I have access to 2, hell, possibly even 3 Big Eyes if I've got that YouTube money! But the main cards I want to discuss out of Gravekeepers is the Necro Valleys and the Royal Tributes. I can understand if you're going first and you open up that just nutty hand where you can just go pitch Commandant, Necro Valley, play Necro Valley, Royal Tribute, and the E-Dragon player just happens to have 5 high-ass level E-Dragons in hand, then yeah, you know, any person is going to lose to that, unless it's Dark Worlds, and then they've got like triple Grapha and double Snow in hand, and that's just different. But this, like I said, this is just a basic build. You know, not to say that Gravekeepers don't have a good matchup against other decks, but I'm talking about pretty much just E-Dragons, period. Just not really anything else. Assailant, you can target a face-up monster and change the target's battle position. Okay, that's neat, but when you pull up Metal Dragons, whoops. When you pull up, what the hell? Oh, I can't spell worth crap. Elemental Dragons. Damn it. Dragons. Ah. Okay, so looking at Caldarius, it has 1,800 defense. Okay, so if you have Necro Valley on board, then Assailant can get over it. Where's the other? I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull this up for you guys. Mental. Alright. You look at the other Elemental Dragons. You look at Tempest has 2,200 defense. Even with Necro Valley, Assailant cannot swing over that whenever you change its battle position. Hell, look at Red Ox. That thing's going to be in defense. That can target one face-up monster. So with the Necro Valley on board, you'd be able to run over Red Ox. But the point that I'm trying to make is that it's situational. If you're sitting with a Red Ox in defense, that you have to be able to have that Necro Valley on board in order for Assailant to be good. That's the only way that you're really going to be able to get over Red Ox. Besides this trap line, but like I said, the deck itself is irrelevant. Tidal has 2,000 defense. That's equal to Assailant with Necro Valley on board. You can't run over that. If anything, you're just going to have to set up your board, and then if for some reason the Elemental Dragon player left his Elemental Dragons on board after they were special summoned, then yeah, they would have to be returned to the hand. But the main problem that I have with Gravekeepers is that the deck is way too damn slow. Like, you look at the combos that they have, Pot of Duality, all it does for the deck is give it consistency. There's not one card in Gravekeepers that make them uber good. Like, yes, they have the ability to play Malefic Stardust Dragon, which protects the Necro Valley. But, again, you look at Elemental Dragons, and you look at what they have access to. We have access to things like Big Eye, where we can just take your Malefic Stardust. And once it hits our side of the field, if I'm correct, by banishing and start economic, they're going to be able to face-up field spell. Other monster you control do not. There's no face-up field spell card on the field. Okay, so we can take your Malefic Stardust and keep it on our side of the field, since you have a Necro Valley on board, and then swing with your 2,500 giant-ass beat stick and get over any kind of monster that you have. The highest attack card that you would have is Commandant at 2,100, and then Guard. Even though it's face down, it does not matter. The Elemental Dragon player, just looking at a basic extra deck here. Looking at simple extra deck. This is just from this extra deck. We have Gaia Dragon, and we also have Abyss Gaios. So just those two cards, we can go Abyss Gaios, Detach. Let me read him real quick. Negate the effects of all face-up monster your opponent currently controls. Okay, so face up. So scratch that. But we have Gaia Dragon. So we don't care about losing our cards. And again, we have Big Eye, so we can target one monster you control and then take it. So not only do we have Gaia Dragon to inflict the damage, but we also have Big Eye itself, which is our main boss card to take all of your shit. Like, there's not a lot of things that can keep up with E-Dragons other than... This is really a stretch of the imagination, but let's go with Mermel. For sake of argument, let's go with Mermel. Saying that they can keep up with E-Dragons. I personally do not like GKs. Descendant is neat. The Gravekeeper cards are neat. You contribute another face-up Gravekeeper, target a card your opponent controls and destroys. So you can be able to target any of our cards and pop it. That's neat. I mean, Effect Veiler is still a card, guys. Like, just because you're not seeing a lot of people use it anymore doesn't mean it just falls off the face of the earth. Like, there's still people still using Veiler. I mean, hell, look at the Asian Championship. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure he used 2 Max C and 3 Veiler. Or that may have been another E-Dragon build, but I remember seeing an E-Dragon build where the guy used 2 Max C and 3 Veiler, and he came in, like, 1st or 2nd place, either in the Asian Championship or whatever, or some Japanese locals. But the point is that I'm trying to make is that Max C and Veiler are seeing a hell ton of play, and I don't like the deck. You have to set up your plays before you're able to really do anything. Like, you have to set the recruiter, and then you gotta hope that it gets sent to your graveyard, which it more than likely will. But then you have to add the card, and then next turn you have to play it, and you've already lost your defense from the recruiter. You're not sitting with a board unless you have a good-ass back row, and then if it's all bluffed, then you're already F from the get-go. Like, it's just, there's not any way, like, I mean, if the E-Dragon player opens up Busted, but yet you also open up Busted with Necro Valley and World Tribute, but the E-Dragon player is going first, then you're screwed. Like, you might as well just take the World Tribute Necro Valley and just toss it out of your hand. Because once the E-Dragon player has set up a first-turn giant-ass board, I almost combined build and board, giant-ass board, then it does not matter. It's practically irrelevant what your hand is, unless you have, like, the Jesus hand of the Trinity, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Born, Necro Valley, World Tribute, and a Descendant, for God's sake. Like, I mean, if you've got that, then you deserve to win. I mean, either you stacked, you somehow cheated, or you just got really damn lucky. But with all jokes aside, the main point I'm trying to make is you have, out of just this build in particular, but 3 Necro Valley and 2 World Tribute is staple, you have a total of 5 cards, 2 copies of World Tribute and 3 copies of Necro Valley. So out of, for example, 42 cards, more than likely 40. I mean, the guy that was using Starlight Road and Dust Tornado was just a tech. So assuming it's 40. So you have 5 cards out of another 35 in your deck, and you have 3 searchers. So you add in the searchers, that's 3, that's 8. You have 8 out of another 32 cards that you pretty much have to open together in order to more than likely beat the E-Dragon player. So you're telling me if I can open up Commandant and one, if not both of my 2 Royal Tributes, so 2 Royal Tributes out of another 38 cards in a deck that I have to open up with, and the E-Dragon player has to open up with a bunch of dragons, and then a Gold Sart, because it just doesn't happen, for argument's sake. And then I have to go pitch Commandant for Necro Valley, play it, play the Royal Tribute, and hope that the rest of my hand's also good. Like, it's just, it doesn't add up. Like, the deck is so stun-based right now, and stun decks aren't good in the current meta. Like, there's too many fast decks out there. You know, look at E-Dragons of Prophecy alone. Look at Mermels, you know. Not to say that Gravekeepers can't keep up with Mermels, because, like I said, I personally think Mermels are pretty much somewhat irrelevant now that the fact that Evil Swarms are out. And on top of that, and especially with Gravekeepers play a bunch of stun and a bunch of back row, as you could tell from this build. And Evil Swarms, they play Dress and Pandemic, so they essentially play 5 Forbidden Lances. And they could even play a 3rd Dress, and if someone really wanted to, 3 Lances if they wanted to, which would be a total of 3, 4, 6, 9 Lances. Like, you're not touching my cards if I'm the Evil Swarm guy doing that. But like I said, in short, the deck is just way too damn slow. Sorry guys, my voice is going. The deck is way too damn slow. The problem that you have to pretty much open up Necro Valley and World Tribute, or have some way to get to Necro Valley and or World Tribute first turn, going first, praying to God that the Elemental Dragon player opens up nothing but high-level E-Dragons so that you can just World Tribute the shit out of them, or you're screwed. That's the way that I look at this. This is just my own opinion. You know, you guys can bash this video if you want. I already know I'm going to probably get at least 69 dislikes on this video, because, you know, it's going to happen, you guys. People are going to bash on it. I personally don't think GKs are relevant at all right now. Like, GKs, I'm sorry, they're just too slow to keep up with any somewhat meta to meta deck. Like, hell, they can't even keep up with Dino Rabbit. Like, I mean, summon a Sabersaurus set 2 back row. Like, I mean, unless you open up, you know, your back row hate, and it's just like, ugh. You know, it's hard for the GK player to come back. And I also want to make a personal apology. Gagex Scapegoat, you're going to probably whoop my ass if we ever meet in person because of this video. But it's my own little personal opinion, you guys. You know, you're free to hate. You know, people are going to have opinions, you know. In the words of my father, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. But that's pretty much it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this long discussion video. I'll probably make this a True Insider episode. I don't know. I've been trying to keep up with True Insider. And I want to expand my channel. I want to expand it to just also be able to, you know, touch real-life situations. But that's for a different video. I'll probably make that into an update video after this video or sometime this week. But other than that, let me know in the comments below about why you guys think GKs might be good, might be better now, or why you agree with me that they're trash. Well, not trash, I should say, to be fair, just not that good right now. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this long discussion video. As always, rate, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Deuces.